So when early on after I'd read the book and I was talking to Baz about how to dramatize Nick Carraway's experience, when you read the novel, Nick Carraway, everything you experience is seen through Nick Carraway's eyes. So you're influenced by the way he feels about it or the way he perceives it. So I thought it was very important to show how these experiences affect Nick. And it's something that I talked to Baz about. You know, I don't want to just be in scenes watching people, because it's going to be very hard to communicate what's going on with Nick. And so Baz had already been thinking about that as well, and I think was actually very key to this interpretation of the book. And him and Craig came up with the idea that Nick is in a sanitarium talking to a doctor, which comes out of research. And it also then gave us license, once we had the doctor suggest that Nick might write some of this stuff down. And Nick does have the backstory that he is a writer. It then gave us the license to use Fitzgerald's language as he wrote it, because it's very poetic and might not come across as natural if you were saying it just explaining a story. So I really liked it and was part of encouraging it to be a part of our movie. Well, Baz is a great leader. He has very clear vision, but is really collaborative. So he has clear vision, like, you know, you feel confident that he knows what he's doing and that he's very steeped in research. We're all kind of research-based, so we all love to actually look at The Great Gatsby and other Fitzgerald writings to see what he was influenced by, what he wrote, and also what his influences were. And we're just trying to dig into that to then make our movie. So I really enjoyed digging into that research, and Baz works really hard, so he sets the pace in that way. He has very clear vision. He's a lot of fun. He's very bold. And so by example, he then encourages that. And Leo's a great actor and also a diligent researcher, and he demands a lot of himself. And he really loves to create a complicated and layered character. So, you know, how dogged he is in his pursuit of the best version of that scene. As well as just hanging out with two fun people, and one of them being my good longtime friend. Well, Vicky, I moved to Sydney for 6 months to make The Great Gatsby, and I had a great time doing it. I love the city, and it was, I wish I had more time. I was working, long days, so I didn't get to explore as much as I would have liked to, but it's a beautiful, beautiful city, and, there's great people, great food, and, I really enjoyed my time here. So I'm happy to be back today, and I look forward to coming back more. My roots are in LA, so I feel like that will always be my home base, but I consider this, another home for me. Well, it depends, because some are, there's a book or a script, and I would say, if I can just talk about it generally, I look at the research materials that are available to me, whether that's about the era or it's something that's fictional. And so generally fiction will be set in a time and a place and amongst people where there's lots of real research or research about real people and real circumstances that you can dig into. So a lot of it's research, and also talking with your collaborators to find as close to a unified vision as you can, and then also understanding the differences, like, we're unified in these ways and we have slightly differences of opinions on these other things, so how to deal with that creative negotiation going forward. And and to just immerse yourself as much as possible in what you're doing, and then understanding too how that manifests in a performance.